Welcome to video 1-8. Solve a quadratic equation with the quadratic formula. Here's our example. Solve x squared minus 6x equals negative 10. Three basic steps. Put in standard form, apply the quadratic formula, and simplify like always. Alright, so first note that we're not in standard form. Standard form has all the terms on the left side with a 0 on the right side. So all I'm going to do is bring this 10 over. So I'm going to go plus 10 and plus 10 and get x squared minus 6x plus 10 equals 0. The next step is to identify my coefficients. So there's no coefficient here. I can always input a 1. So that's my A value, that's my B value, and that's my C value. Notice how I circle the signs just to make sure I don't make any mistakes. And then you've got to know the quadratic formula. The quadratic formula is x equals the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. There's songs, there's jingles, however you need to remember it. And then you just plug and chug. All right, so x equals the opposite of negative 6 plus or minus the square root of negative 6 squared minus 4 times 1 times 10 all over 2 times 1. Notice I use parentheses. It helps prevent mistakes, especially with minuses. All right, so that's going to equal 6 plus or minus the square root of 36 minus 40 all over 2. I'll simplify that. X equals 6 plus or minus the square root of negative 4 all over 2. For the square root of negative 4, I'm going to poke out my I. So that's the same as 6 plus or minus the square root of negative 1 times the square root of 4 all over 2. The square root of negative 1 is I, and the square root of 4 is 2. So that's going to be 6 plus or minus, we don't say I2, we say 2I. 2I over 2. And then what I'm going to do is, I can do crisscrossing bubbles, if you will. So it's going to be 6 over 2 plus or minus 2I over 2. Let's see if I can fit that in here. 6 over 2 plus or minus 2I over 2. And I'm running out of room. Let me erase. So I'll just bring that back into the middle. So that's going to be 3 plus or minus, these 2's cancel, I. And once again, on my quizzes and tests, 2 answer blanks, x sub 1, x sub 2. So x sub 1 equals 3 minus I, and x sub 2 equals 3 plus I. So there you have it, how to solve a quadratic equation by using the quadratic formula.